Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here with another response/rant video on this channel for sure. And well, I guess pretty much for today, yeah, I am actually doing another response/rant video, yes, but I'm actually doing two in one day this time. So yeah, you'll see exactly what I mean later on for sure. But yeah, I need to get this one alga real quick because, yeah, as my special treat, I've decided to give you guys two rant videos all in one to really keep things flowing on the channel for sure. And yeah. So yeah, luckily enough, I think you're going to be getting this one, and of course the next one an hour later for sure to really help fuel things on this channel for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much, I do want to give out this story for sure is that, well, I guess, probably by the time I'm recording this, if you have seen my previous posts that I put up some time ago, I actually pretty much got myself a brand new tripod for sure because the one that I actually used for a long time that I actually kept stored in my bedroom has sadly broke for sure. And yeah, we did try our hand to, of course, get it fixed, and there's nothing we can do. So I was lucky enough to find a new one at a local thrift shop for about $5, and that actually is actually gonna, it's really gonna help out a whole lot for sure. And let's not forget to mention, my mom used to have pretty much a tripod for sure that she actually kept pretty much hanging what used to be her computer desk that I'm currently using right now for sure. So hopefully if some things work out for sure, I'll actually keep the tripod that my mom used to use for sure. And don't worry, I'll definitely make use of the other one that I got not too long ago, just to help keep things flowing on the channel for sure. So yeah, I hope all of you guys understand that for sure, and I need to get this alga real quick before diving right into the main subject of the video. So I wanted to give you that as a heads up on we'll be going forward for, of course, the channel for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And man, I'm gonna need some water. Okay, I'm good now. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into the main subject of course, this video. Now, if you may recall, well over a month ago, I posted pretty much a video talking about my impressions and stuff on, of course, some of the new pretty much merchandise and stuff that we're going to be getting for Thomas the Tank Engine as part of the 80th anniversary this year. And yeah, I actually really did have a good time making that video for sure, and yeah, going over all the stuff that I wanted to talk about as best I can for sure. It really is pretty much a whole lot of fun, and I'm really quite thrilled on how it turned out. And well, I guess ever since I actually did post that video, pretty much we got some new updates regarding one set of merchandise that we're going to be getting, which luckily enough is what we're talking about in today's video. So So yeah, if you may recall, pretty much in that video that I posted a month ago, I mentioned pretty much on one of them being some new Trackmaster Motorized Thomas toys that we're going to be getting later on down the road, based on, of course, the leaked picture of Thomas that we got some time ago. And well, luckily enough, pretty much a toy fair has, of course, happened not too long ago for sure. And well, I guess pretty much if you have followed social media, we've actually got some new details and, of course, some prototypes that they just revealed for sure. So yeah, I kind of figure that this will be something I want to talk about for sure. And I do have the pretty much the pictures and everything pretty much on the Thomas wiki for me to look over for sure. So yeah, and don't worry, I'll see about displaying them in this video for sure to really help get us on where we need to be. And I guess pretty much of anything, pretty much in regards to, of course, my history with Trackmaster, honestly, to me, I think pretty much of anything, Trackmaster, and even the early days of course, Tommy, is, of course, pretty much one set of merchandise regarding Thomas the Tank Engine I adored the most for sure. So yeah, I always do find myself quite fascinated with it all the way, and I'm always intrigued with, of course, what they have to provide for sure. And surprisingly enough, when I first started out making videos on YouTube, when I actually decided to make Thomas and Friends Island of Sordor Adventures, I actually knew right away that I wanted to go for Tommy and Trackmaster as, of course, one thing to go for in regarding Thomas merch for me to use for, of course, that Sega series. But I also want to follow through on what the TV show actually did and actually build my own sets and stuff where the characters will, of course, inhabit to make it look like they actually are on the Island of Sordor. So yeah, that's pretty much my intention all the way, and hopefully once I get some things worked out development-wise, I will finally get the long-awaited reboot of my old Thomas series underway and see on how it'll go from here for sure. So yeah. But, of course, pretty much in recent years, in regards to Trackmaster as a whole, I think I kind of actually stopped collecting all those because honestly, I think pretty much nothing, pretty much of anything, really piques my interest a ton for sure, and I just kind of felt it might have lost its taste for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I could say, of course, that front, especially, of course, around the time All Engines Go was, of course, happening around that time for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say with regards to my history with, of course, Trackmaster for sure. But hey, pretty much all the stuff that happened back in the old days was a lot of fun for sure. And I wish we could have actually gone back to that era for sure, but hey, time is changing and merchandise have to change, so there's nothing we can do about it for the time being. That is until this year for sure. So yeah, if you may recall, I think pretty much some time ago, pretty much a toy fair, I kind of forgot what it's called for sure. My mind is completely blank, and oh yeah, there we go. Now I know the New York Toy Fair. So yeah, I think I just had to refresh my mind for a second, but yeah, luckily enough, this year's New York Toy Fair just happened not too long ago, and well, looks like pretty much the people over at Fisher-Price and especially Mattel has actually revealed some official prototypes for, of course, some brand new Trackmaster Motorized Thomas toys that we're going to be getting later this year for sure. So yeah, and I kind of figure that would be something that I would actually talk about for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much of anything from my first impressions, based on, of course, the images and stuff that we actually got not too long ago, I know I did mention about the prototype for Thomas that we got some time ago, and that one actually looks really stunning, and I'm really impressed on how well it actually turned out. So yeah, but luckily enough, we actually got more engines and stuff that's joining in, of course, this trend for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much of anything, so far, I think, in regards to the engines, we got Gorgon, James, Percy, Duck, and Nia, and honestly, to me, I think from what I've actually seen by far, my first impressions, based on, of course, seeing all the engines and stuff as part of that range, honestly, to me, they actually look good for sure. So yeah, I think looking over the images from what I can gather, yeah, I think pretty much in regards to, of course, what I'm actually seeing with most of the engines for sure, honestly, to me, they actually do look pretty nice for sure. They actually retain some features that were in pretty much in the CGI series, particularly during the time Andrew Breger was, of course, pretty much stepped in as head writer for sure. At least that's what I'm referring to. Still love that era in the CGI series. Yeah, it's pretty much the GOAT of Thomas all the way alongside the classic series. So, but yeah, either way, it actually does look good for sure. And I'm really intrigued on, of course, what I've actually seen. And yeah, they actually did deliver on what they promised since after they revealed Thomas some time ago for sure. That one alone, I still think actually looks really nice for sure. And I really do think it's gonna be something quite interesting. And not to mention, Percy actually doesn't look that bad either. I really do think pretty much Percy is actually a pretty decent proportion size for sure that I can definitely get behind for sure. So yeah, and of course in regards to James and Gorgon, I will admit they don't look that bad for sure. My only complaint from what I've actually seen is that proportion-wise, their bodies are way too big and their tenders are a little bit too small from what I've actually seen by far. But yeah, that's pretty much my only complaint in regards to Gorgon and James as we speak. But like I said, the rest actually did turn out pretty good for sure, and I'm really intrigued, of course, what I've actually seen by far. So yeah, and of course, pretty much, if anything, they pretty much, since I did mention Duck, they did manage to reveal him on the hag as well, and yeah, I think I will have to say Duck actually does look really nice for sure. In fact, if anything, I really do think he actually does look like the character himself very well for sure. And yeah, I guess if anything, if you put Duck in any Thomas merchandise for sure, it's guaranteed to be good for sure. And yeah, this is actually really good, I'm not gonna lie, and I really do dig, of course, what I've actually seen by far, and luckily enough for, of course, this new range that we're gonna be getting, this will actually mark the first time Duck has actually had a motorized release since the early Fisher-Price era of course, Trackmaster, to which, honestly, to me, I really do think this is a long time coming for sure, and I really do think they really picked a good time to actually do exactly that, and I'm really intrigued, of course, on what I've actually seen. And I guess in regards to Nia, honestly, to me, I never actually picked up any stuff revolving around Nia when it comes to Thomas and Friends merchandise for sure, but from what I'm actually seeing based on the blurry image from what I can gather, Nia actually does look quite interesting for sure. I really do think they really do have pretty much all good sense of course, pretty much detailing and stuff, and even proportion-wise, it actually doesn't look that bad for sure. So yeah, and I know that's saying a whole lot because a lot of people are complaining for the fact that I do remember around the time Big World Big Adventures came around, a lot of people have been complaining about pretty much Nia, as well as, of course, Rebecca joining the Steam team, replacing Henry and Edward, to which, To which I know for the Henry and Edward party is understandable for sure, but is it really such a big deal for Nia and Rebecca to actually join the Steam team? I mean, do you actually have the same issue when Emily joined the Steam team back during the hit era of the model series? Yeah, do you have any complaints about that? Apparently not, so yeah, but I guess of anything, regardless, from what I'm actually seeing, Nia actually doesn't look that bad for sure. Honestly, I think I haven't actually delved into her back in the previous era of course, Trackmaster for sure, and I haven't even delved into any of the other set of merchandise she was actually featuring for sure, but from what I'm seeing for the recent Motorized pretty much range that we're going to be getting, I think she actually does look good for sure, so yeah. So yeah, I think pretty much it's what I could say, of course, that front. Now I guess for the talking engines and of course the greatest moments section for sure, honestly they actually do look pretty decent for sure. And of course the one thing I can confirm is that pretty much they have confirmed Flying Scotsman is going to be part of it, and honestly, I think I do have the same complaint as, of course, with Gordon and James previously. But I really do think it actually does look promising for sure, and really does pretty much does a really good job, and of course retaining pretty much proportions of course the character himself for sure. So yeah, but then again, I haven't really delved into Flying Scotsman in the previous era of course Trackmaster for sure. But this one, I have to say, is actually very nicely done. In fact, I dare even say, actually is more towards what I'm looking for if I want to see Flying Scotsman in Trackmaster form for sure. So this one is actually pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie, and I really do think it might be more towards what I'm looking for. Now, I'm not saying the previous Trackmaster Flying Scotsman model that we got isn't bad or anything, but I do felt they could have actually removed a bit of details to making a much more pretty much accurate depiction of course, Flying Scotsman from the TV show for sure. So, but yeah, that's just mainly my opinion for sure. And of course, the rest I have to say is that pretty much the rest of the greatest moments, pretty much lineup they actually got. Actually is pretty decent for sure, especially with, of course, the bits and pieces of rolling stock that is going to be included in for sure, to which, honestly, I really do think it is actually quite interesting for sure, and of course for the talking engines, to which they only confirmed Thomas as of now. Yeah, I think it's actually not that bad for sure. I mean, not necessarily one that I would actually pick up for sure, but it definitely does look decent all the way. So yeah. Now I guess pretty much for the final pretty much tip on, of course, this peak for sure is that they actually did confirm an official set for, of course, this range for sure, to which they're actually going to be pretty much dubbing it as the load and launch barrel delivery set, and I think I will have to say, based on my first impressions, honestly, to me, I think it actually does look very nice for sure. In fact, I do know with some of the Trackmaster Thomas sets that we got in previous years, yeah, pretty much of anything, if you have looked at the ones from the previous eras of course, the Trackmaster Motorized eras back in the day, yeah, you can definitely see why I've actually pretty much stopped altogether and just move on for sure, because yeah, they lack any sense of realism by far, as of course what's been given to us, and of course pretty much the previous eras of course Trackmaster and Tommy for sure. So So yeah, but at least with, of course, pretty much in regards to the early days of Trackmaster, they actually did it in a way to actually make it a little bit more accurate by far, and did it in a way that actually does have tie-ins to everything that goes on for sure in regards to the TV show for sure. And I think it actually does show that in most of the Thomas movies that we actually got, pretty much all the way from Great Discovery right up until King of the Railway for sure. So yeah, and of course it's probably one of the main reasons why I admire a YouTuber known as MTI Thomas. He actually does a really great job in, of course, pretty much making these custom sets and everything that does have tie-ins to, of course, the original show for sure. And I do applaud him for that. They actually are really fun to watch, and I do highly encourage you guys to check out his stuff. So yeah, but I guess in regards to the load and launch barrel delivery set, based on my first impressions, honestly I think it actually does look quite interesting, and it might be something up my interest for sure. And I did say it in a way because looking over this from the box to the way the set is going to be set up and everything, I think this is actually more towards what I'm looking for, hands down, when in regards to Trackmaster in recent years for sure. Just want to retain, of course, pretty much on what the original actually did, but update it in a way that still makes it really creative and inventive for sure. And I think with, of course, what I'm actually seeing based on my first impressions on, of course, this set, maybe I guess this is more towards what I was looking for, hands down. So yeah, I'm really intrigued, of course, how it actually looks, and I'd be quite curious to see on how it's gonna do once it's actually out as we speak. So yeah, but of course we'll know later on down the road for sure, because, well, they are hard work to make it the best that they can for sure. So we'll definitely know later on for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I can say in regards to the new Motorized range that we're going to be getting in regards to Thomas and Friends for sure. So yeah, based on, of course, my first impressions, I really do think there's a lot of potential, of course, this new Motorized range for sure. I think it's delivering, of course, the hype that we're going to be getting based on, of course, pretty much all the way back when Thomas got leaked online some time ago for sure, but also do it in a way that I really do think could still retain the love and the spirit of the original, but update it a bit to still make it creative, inventive in today's modern world for sure. And of course, with, of course, what I'm actually seeing, I think the new Motorized range, from what I'm seeing, might be more towards what I'm looking for, hands down, as amongst plenty of other Thomas YouTubers out there for sure. So yeah, and I guess about anything, it is going to deliver on what he actually promised for sure. And yeah, I don't see anything wrong with, of course, everything from what I've actually seen. Sure, I think there are some parts of it that I do think could use a little fixing and fine-tuning for sure. But I do think there is a lot of potential, of course, this range for sure, and I think I might be able to maybe actually consider actually checking it out and actually experiencing it for myself for sure. Something that I would definitely love to get myself into later on. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Now, I guess in regards to when they're actually going to be coming out, well, as of now, they currently have a slate to have it be released right around this fall, coming up very soon. While luckily enough for the people in Australia, they're going to be getting it extremely early, as it's set to be released right around June of 2025. So not that far off for sure. So I do hope the people in Australia will get pretty much their early taste, of course, of this new range for sure. So yeah. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess pretty much to answer the question, do I want the new Trackmaster Motorized range to succeed? Honestly, yeah, I do hope so for sure. In fact, if anything, I do want to pretty much see the early days of course, Trackmaster and Tommy actually continue to have the love and spirit that we had back when those actually came around, but also updating a big to still retain that loving spirit, but also bring something new, creative, and inventive for sure. So yeah, and that's the key word for, of course, pretty much, what I've actually said. We want something new. New, not old for sure, so yeah. I think that's actually what's more important, hands down, and yeah, I do get the idea that a lot of people really want the old days of course, Tommy and Trackmaster to come back for sure. To which, yeah, that would be nice, but then again, when you really think about this for a second, we need to pretty much bear one thing in mind for sure, is that pretty much of anything, for while it would be nice to bring back the old style of Tommy and Trackmaster back for sure. In fact, I know for the sake of Tommy, Playrail is still definitely still going on for sure, and we're still sticking with that hands down, so. But if we actually do keep everything old, but not updating in a way to let it adapt to today's modern society for sure, then I think it would be seen as outdated for sure. So yeah. And I think I know a lot of people are saying that the early days of Tommy and Trackmaster are old school for sure, to which, yeah, it is understandable, but I think you need to understand is that there is a difference between old school and outdated. Old school is basically pretty much like, for example, the early days of Nintendo, like, of course, the NES, SNES, and N64, they are such great consoles back then, and looking back on them now, they still hold up hands down, so you can always go back to them for sure, while outdated, on the other hand, is something that you never want to go back to hands down, so yeah, and of course, I don't want pretty much Tommy and Trackmaster to actually be considered outdated for sure. I do want them to keep on going, but I do want them to actually adapt and actually update everything, and we need to start accepting changes for sure. I think that's what really matters, of course, that front, and I'm okay with that for sure, So yeah, as much as I do want to keep things that are old school the same as always, we still need to actually adapt ourselves and actually bring something new and creative at the same time, while still keeping the love and the spirit of the original alive. And with what I'm seeing for the new Motorized range, I think it's going to do exactly that for sure. So it'll be determined, of course, what will actually go down by the time they do finally get released for sure. But I do have strong hopes that they might bring something creative for sure to really keep themselves afloat, hands down. So, and I know that's saying a whole lot because much like everything else that we had to face, hands down, Thomas and friends have actually been in slumps before, hands down. So. But then again, we still know the old saying, if something knocks you down, you can always get yourselves right back up. So yeah, that's what I hope for any future merchandise for Thomas and Friends, including this one for sure. When it seems like they're not completely down, they can always find a way to get themselves back up for sure. So yeah. So yeah, I imagine maybe that might happen with, of course, the new Motorized range for sure. So we'll definitely have to wait and see on that, hands down. So we'll keep our fingers crossed by the time pretty much fall of 2025 rolls around for sure, and see on how the new Motorized range will actually do. But I guess until then, based on what I'm actually seeing, based on my first impressions, I do have strong hopes for, of course, this one, and I do hope it'll actually lead to some really great tracks to a great destination by far. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of course, the new Trackmaster Motorized Thomas range that we're going to be getting later on down the road, and what your first impressions are going to be for sure. So yeah, let me know down in the comments down below on what you guys think. I would love to know pretty much on your opinions for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and well, tune in next time because, well, we're also going to be talking about another piece of Thomas merchandise for sure. But it's actually from a different company, hands down. And boy, I've mentioned this previously in one of my videos. So I think it's about time that we talk about it in its own video for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackley4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.